Well, Greens leader Larissa Waters has taken to Twitter shouting that Australia is, quote, the hottest place on earth right now. She's blaming coal and gas, of course, saying coal and gas companies should pay for the damage. I don't want to get scientific, Graham, but it's January, and in January it's winter in the Northern Hemisphere. Therefore, Australia is frequently hotter than most places on earth. Is that fair to say?
Well, I think that's fair to say, and really the reverse is true. It's pretty cold in the United States right at the moment because they're in the Northern Hemisphere. It should surprise absolutely nobody that Australia is relatively hot, and it's basically a function on how the world functions.
And if we did, as Larissa Waters wants, stop all coal and gas immediately, how much difference would it make to Australian temperatures? Because she seems to imagine that Australia has its own atmosphere.
Well, this is certainly the misconception, or the thing that's too difficult for people to understand, that Australia is a relatively small figure in the global scheme of things, that there's absolutely nothing we can do as a country or continent on our own behaviour or emissions that will make any difference whatsoever.
Now, Graham, God created a way for people to survive hot weather. It's called aircon. But, of course, you can't cool the house if you don't have power. So it would seem to me blackouts are a bigger danger to Australians than summer, a point made by energy expert Danny Price, who says it's only a matter of time before a multi-city heatwave means demand for electricity outstrips supply and crashes the grid completely. He said coal was upholding the entire eastern seaboard on Monday and supplying 65% of Victoria's power on Tuesday. At the rate we're going, he says, significant grid failure is not a matter of if, but when. Do you agree with that assessment?
Well, I think it's an assessment that the engineers have been putting forward for a long period of time. Danny Price is an expert in this field. He's making the point that there was a large shortage of supply in South Australia recently. They were propped up by being able to import power and other things. And if we are to have these heat waves, and they happen to occur in several places at once in the major population centres, we are going to run out of supplies and we will have blackouts. The bigger story is that we have a railroad of coal closures by mandate and nothing to replace it. So we either have to succeed in replacing it or find a way to keep the coal power going.
Or we could name heat waves and that will solve everything. Graham, Lloyd, appreciate your time. Thanks for joining me.